Hello, hello. I'm coming to you live on Live Magazine in Chahenson, Akashore. And I'm here with who? What's your name?
Renee.
Renee. Renee has a beautiful black. What's the name of this car?
That's a Dodge Challenger. It's called a Shakedown Special.
Uh,
It has a 6.4-liter motor, 485 horsepower.
Wow. So how
With
fast can they run?
You know, I don't look at top speed. I just look at horsepower and acceleration. And it also has a factory shaker hood, factory hood pins. So it's got a good, strong factory muscle look to it.
So how fast have you ran it before?
It's brand new. It's only got 200 miles on, and actually there's a break-in protocol for the motor.
Yeah.
So when you first get it, you can't go fast. You have to kind of keep the RPMs within certain ranges for a certain number of miles.
Okay. So how long have you had it for?
I've had this one just since March.
March. Okay. It's
So 3 months.
3 months. Yeah,
Yes.
3 months old, baby. It's very beautiful.
Thank you. The color is raven black.
Yeah. How much would they cost though?
I'm sorry?
How much would they cost? What's the cost of this?
You know, the price is all over the map for the Dodge Challengers. And the 2023 is what this is. And that was the last year that made the Challenger with the V8 Hemi motor.
Okay.
So there's some Challengers with smaller motors. You can get them around $40,000 to $50,000.
Okay.
And you can go up to the Dodge Challenger, the Demon 170 with 1,025 horsepower. I've seen those for around $200,000 or more. So the sky's the limit.
Yeah. Yeah. It worth the money anyways. It worth the money. It's very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. What would you trade it for if you was to get rid of it? Nothing.
I won't know.
You love it,
This
huh?
is a keeper. It's pure show car.
Yeah.
That's why it's here tonight.
Yeah.
I bought it just for showing along with my classics. So I call it the new classic as opposed to my vintage classics.
So you're the owner of all these one?
I do, yes.
Can we take a walk
Yes.
with this one?
Sure. Sure. Now
So
this is
what's-
a 1970 Monte Carlo SS454.
Okay.
It's the first year that they made the Monte Carlo,
Yeah.
and one of only 2 years that they made the SS454 Monte Carlo.
Okay.
I also have a 71, which is the red one over yonder. And this one is highly optioned. I've got the factory build sheet on it, so I know that everything on that car is the way it came out of the factory. And this one also, this plaque is a reproduction of a magazine article that ran in the November 2012 issue of Hemmings Muscle Machines magazine. They
Okay.
did a feature article on the Monte Carlo SS454, and that top picture is this car, and that was the centerfold in the magazine. So she's been a centerfold.
So how long you been having this one for?
I've had this one for about 8 or 9 years now.
Oh wow. So you said there was no modification on it personally by you,
No,
right?
no, nor any previous owner. It's been maintained, but everything on it is factory specs.
So you plan to keep all of this car for the longest?
Yes, yes, till I die.
Can we see the next one?
Sure, sure. Well, since we're on the
These are all her
subject of,
car right here. This one is the newer one she just got. See how beautiful it is. It's a Dodge.
whoops, I missed a little cleaner.
This.
So while we're on the subject of Monte Carlos,
Yeah.
this is a 71 Monte Carlo SS454. I had the hood open earlier. Let me open that up so you can get a good view of that big block motor again. And so the second year that they made the SS454, again, pretty much stock, the way it came out of the factory. There's just one piece missing for a suspension component, but my modus operandi, I guess you would say, with all of my cars is keeping them as close to factory original as possible. And this one has the bucket seats and a center console as opposed to the other one that had a bench seat. So a little different arrangement in the interior, but
Okay.
the way they all came out of the factory.
So which one of these you have first?
The 71 Monte Carlo was my first.
This one.
Yes, yes. And then after that, I bought the 1955 Ford Thunderbird. I saw that at a show. 1955 is the first year that they made the Ford Thunderbird.
Thunderbird was the first year was
And-
1955.
Yes.
That's when it was made.
And one of the only 3 years that they made the two-seat Thunderbirds. They only made the two-seaters for 1955, 1956, and 1957. And this one has a removable hardtop. And it also has tucked in behind the seat. You can hardly see it, but there's a canvas soft top also tucked in there.
Okay.
So you can drive it with either the hard top, the soft top, or no top. And this was a restoration, but it's restored once again the way it sat on the showroom floor in 1955.
So what attracts you to these beautiful cars?
They're pretty and fun, and I can't say, but once I see something and it starts to float my boat, it just follows me home.
I love that. I love that. I'm gonna show the back. So how often you drive, these?
Well, they don't go to the grocery store, but I have a rule. My cars have to drive to the shows. They can't be carried there on a trailer. So whenever there's a show, I try to get them out this time of year in the summer, at least once a week to somewhere, weather permitting. They don't go when the weather's bad. And of course, they stay garaged all winter. So, but I try to get everything out at least once every week or so.
So with these 4 cars, we're talking about how many $1 million? How much $1 million we'll be talking about these 4 cars?
Oh, the prices are pretty reasonable on these. They're relatively speaking. Okay. And again, it's hard to put a value on them because it's what people want to pay for them.
Yeah.
And it depends how they're optioned. And again, just if someone wants a car or not.
So have you gotten an offer on any of these cars before? Has anyone tell you they want to buy any?
Every once in a while someone will ask if I want to sell them, and I just don't even want to sell them. It's I've looked at a lot of cars, and there's a lot of cars out there, and a lot of them have a lot of problems with them. Yeah. And so once it's not so much a purchase, it's almost an adoption. Okay. So once I adopt one of them, I'm pretty much going to hang on to it for a long time.
Okay, that's nice. What's your name again?
I'm Renee.
Renee, well, nice talking to you.
Okay,
Thank you very
great.
much. I appreciate it.